Today there are interesting updates from Donetsk. Here, the Ukrainian armed forces destroyed a massive Russian central ammunition depot filled to the brim with missiles and rockets. Destroying tons of Russian ammunition in one fell swoop, Ukrainians have massively decreased Russian fire support and opened the skies for Ukrainian jets to conduct devastating airstrikes on the largest Russian forces concentration seen since the start of the war. The Ukrainian Security Service, coordinating closely with other units, used the first dark hours of the evening to deliver a devastating strike on a key Russian ammunition depot in the town of Khartsyzk near Donetsk. Precision-guided kamikaze strike drones successfully penetrated Russian air defenses, with the explosion triggering a massive detonation that rocked the surrounding area. Eyewitnesses reported enormous fireballs illuminating the night sky, accompanied by continuous powerful explosions that could be heard and felt kilometers away. Based on the intensity, look, and sound of these explosions, the depot likely contained thousands of tons of ammunition for multiple launch rocket systems and surface-to-air missiles, all meticulously stockpiled for Russia's imminent summer offensive. This massive blow comes at a critical moment, significantly undermining Russian preparations for their enormous planned offensive operation toward Pokrovsk. Russian forces have concentrated approximately 110,000 troops under the 8th Combined Arms Army, tasked with spearheading assaults in the area spanning from Velika Novosilka to Pokrovsk. Highlighting the strategic importance of this area, as you might remember, the commander of the 8th Combined Arms Army, Ruslan Goryachkin, was previously killed by a targeted Storm Shadow missile strike only a week before. Clearly, minor media victories and photo shoots in the Dnipropetrovsk region are not what the over 110,000 soldiers are for, with Pokrovsk being the primary target for the Russian summer offensive. Facing such an overwhelming enemy concentration, the Ukrainian armed forces stand before the immense challenge of neutralizing more than 100,000 Russian soldiers in a short period of time. Consequently, Ukraine is looking for a more achievable solution and is strategically focusing on undermining Russian assaults before they even commence, making them inconsistent, weak, and therefore as manageable as possible. Targeting central ammunition depots, such as the one in Khartsyzk, critically disrupts the Russian logistics chain. These large depots typically receive their ammunition deliveries by train, creating a crucial vulnerability. Ukrainian cyber attacks have penetrated Russian railway systems, enabling near real-time tracking of supply movements. Often just minutes after Russian trains unload munitions at these centralized depots, Ukrainian drones and precision missile strikes annihilate the freshly delivered stockpiles. From major depots, ammunition must then travel to frontline units by truck, exposing another vulnerability. Russia frequently employs sizable convoys for these transfers, making them conspicuous and highly vulnerable to detection and subsequent precision strikes from HIMARS and drones. However, Ukrainian reconnaissance sometimes adopts a more sophisticated approach. Intelligence and resistance groups occasionally let ammunition deliveries pass unharmed, tracking their movement back to larger hidden bases, thus identifying high-value targets for big strikes that destroy a much larger quantity of supplies. The recent Khartsyzk strike has a profound impact on Russian combat capabilities. Specifically, the destruction of multiple rocket launch system ammunition significantly reduces available artillery fire support for Russian ground assaults. Simultaneously, obliterating large stocks of surface-to-air missiles weakens Russian air defenses, thereby providing the Ukrainian Air Force with increased operational freedom for its jets and helicopters. These developments directly benefit Ukrainian defenders, substantially reducing threats and exposing advancing Russian infantry and mechanized units, now lacking sufficient fire and air defense support. Overall, as Russia's forces gather in record numbers, determined to finally capture the vital town of Pokrovsk, Ukrainian defenders must remain exceptionally creative. Carefully selecting targets such as senior commanders, logistical hubs, and large ammunition depots is critical to degrading Russian operational strength. These deliberate strikes force Russian commanders into launching premature, ill-prepared offensives, turning their numerically superior forces into vulnerable targets, easily exploited by battle-hardened Ukrainian troops. Ultimately, Ukraine's proactive tactics of sabotage, Targeted precision strikes and logistical disruptions will decisively shape this critical stage of the war, potentially neutralizing Russia's planned summer offensive before it even gains momentum. If you are against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider subscribing to our own independent news website. Here you can find our exclusive strategic insights, comprehensive overviews of all fronts, and regular tactical analysis videos. By subscribing, you will not only show your support for this channel, but also help and defend independent journalism. The link to our website is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I appreciate everyone who stepped up to join us.